What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the PostGame 2 Panther franchise here on Madden 23. It's week number 14, and the North Carolina, or not just North Carolina, but the Carolina Panthers face off against the Pittsburgh Steelers in a meaningful game for the Steelers, who are 6-7. In fact, they're tied in a three-way tie for second place with a 6-7 record in the AFC North. So this is an important game for them. In fact, the AFC is fighting it out in the middle of this week. They've got 8 teams that are 6-7, and so this is an important week to figure out how the playoffs are going to play out. But the Panthers are coming in. They are not doing so well, pretty much mathematically out of the playoffs, but trying to get to 7 wins. Bryce Young, Offensive Player of the Week last week with 353 yards and 5 touchdowns. And that team is hoping to maybe, just maybe, get a little something like that going against this tough Pittsburgh defense. Bryce Young is top 10 in the league with 3,486 yards. We'll see that here in just a minute. And the Steelers have 3 amazing defenders in TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, and Mika Fitzpatrick, presenting challenges on the defensive side at every level. So the Panthers are going to have to figure out how to not make the mistakes they've been making. Young has played well, but also thrown a lot of interceptions lately. And we hope this team will get it figured out. So here we are. It's first down and 10 on the 23-yard line. Panthers get the ball first. We'll see what they decide to come out with right away. Pass over the middle to Smith, who catches the ball and gets a nice gain, a 24-yard touch, 24-yard pass to Smith from Bryce Young. Interesting that Smith is in the game right there. Let me see what's happening there. We probably should be Mingo right there. At least that's what I thought we'd see. Mingo is in the second spot. Interesting that Smith, maybe they've got him in at the slot receiver, which is not where we want. No. We want Mingo on the slot. I believe that's what we want. All right, so it's first and 10 on the 47-yard line. Nice first play for Panthers. Finding Mingo, who had a huge game a couple of games ago, over 150 yards for him, and he's starting to come into his own as the Panthers move down the field and get another first down. Nice pass by Young, hitting the drag route and getting the first. And so 2 passes and 2 completions on this drive so far. First and 10 on the 35-yard line. Let's see what we have. Young's going to push to the outside, gets out of bounds and gets the first down. Young just takes it himself, as the didn't feel like he had any lanes to throw, and he's got enough wheels to make the defense have to worry about him back there if the coverage is going to do well. So the Panthers are off to a good start here in this first quarter. Oh no! Thielen got caught up somehow over on the right-hand side. Looks like it was a mix-up over there. Another pass. This was Domingo. Can he get to the touchdown? He's not fast enough, but he does get a decent enough game to put the Panthers on the 6, and that's one of the things we wish we had with Mingo. We wish he was just a little quicker. He's all right. He's good enough to get these underneath passes. That's the second drag route he's gotten, but he's not fast enough to really, move up the field. That play might have been a touchdown with a slightly faster receiver. First touch by Blackshear, and he is in for the touchdown, and the Panthers move right down the field and score against a formidable Pittsburgh defense. And that's a lot for the Panther fans to be excited about. Blackshear has come in and really played well. It's kind of questionable moving Miles Sanders away from the team, but Blackshear has absolutely made a case for himself as the running back of the future for this team. He's already showing some really good promise, and he gets the touchdown on this first drive. Now we've got kickoff for the Panthers, kicking off against the Steelers, hoping to get their offense on the field, and they will, as he takes a knee in the end zone and gets a touchback to the 25-yard line. Kenny Pickett's been the man of the future for quarterback of the future. 3,200 yards passing is not that bad. This team is definitely, as we said in the opening, definitely still in the hunt. They're 6-7, but they've got a lot left to go in the season, and that AFC is unsettled. There's a run for Najee Harris. Runs up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, and falls forward. And he gets the 3-yard gain. Najee Harris had 79 yards last week and no touchdowns. Just hoping maybe he can get a little something else in this game. Ball is overthrown by Pickett. Doesn't find this guy at all. Completely overthrows. Maybe he's throwing the ball away on that play. So we've got 3rd and 7. The Panther defense has had a hard time getting off the field on 3rd downs. Nice play and nice recognition by Ndamukong Suh. Is that who that is? It is, and he comes up. Check this play out. Suh decides not to pursue the quarterback, but turns around and runs after the running back. So that's probably play recognition. If he doesn't do that, that's a huge gain for Pittsburgh. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Take a look at Suh. I think he's number 91 right there. So he comes in, and you see he's got a free path to the quarterback. He could have kept going. He doesn't. Sees the running back and then decides to chase the running back. And he's the one that makes this tackle. And if he doesn't make that tackle with that block right there, that's at least a first down, if not a lot more. So big play by Ndamukong Suh. And that's the kind of thing we like to see. Smart defense reacting to the ball, which is some of the stuff we haven't seen in a few weeks. Jackson shakes one dude off. And that's a nice return. Carolina now has the ball on the 45-yard line. Bryce Young looking to come back out, and here's the playoff picture for the NFC. Currently, you see the Steelers are not in the hunt at the moment, but you see that there's a 7-6 for most of those teams. Actually, I think that was NFC anyway, so that was us. But on the AFC side, Blackshear, nice, stays up on his feet and able to get a few more yards after contact there. I'm becoming a fan of this guy. Number 20. Kind of like him. 2nd and 1. And we've got to not get excited. Giving away. We've had good starts in the past. Don't have anything here. Throw the ball away. Keep it 3rd and 1. And we will try to run the ball on 3rd down. 36-yard line. Big run. Blackshear, almost had a little gap there. Couldn't quite get in. Gets first down. Almost broke free for the longer gain. First and 10. Double move by Mingo. Gets free. And there was enough time for him to make that play. You see, he turned around the corner, number 36. I'm not sure who that is for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but a nice play. Check out number 4 here. It's coming up. Gets in, turns around, and gets. And that's a nice time to pass. Good job by Bryce Young. And again, a very good first quarter for the Panthers.
defense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Young is off and running again, and this time TJ Watt able to get the sack before he's able to get too far away. Second and 11. I think we're going to try to run the ball here. Had some success running it. Looks like we've got the fullback in the game. He's got a few yards. He's got 8 yards. Sorry, not 11. 8 yards on the play. So we've got 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Young.
Mingo gets bumped and gets the catch, gets the first down, and that gets him to the 2-yard line. But a nice play. The timing was a little messy. You see, he got bumped there, and probably could have went to Thielen for the touchdown, but didn't think we had him. Get the first down, though, and that's good enough. So now we've got 2 yards to get. We got the big boy in the game. Sauber does get the ball in. Another touchdown for the Panthers. Stays up and gets in. The big boy with the carry. Fullback getting a lot of halfback carries, mostly because we're pretty thin at halfback, and so he's kind of coming in with the spell. But I kind of like the power, the 1-2 punch. He's kind of a stronger player, a little bit slower, but I like that he can run on plays just like that to get us those short yardage. And I like that Blackshear is a little bit quicker and shiftier. Score is 14-0. Minute and 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Steelers come out for their second drive. Pickett didn't get much going in the first drive. Pickett finds his receiver for 20 for a big gain. I guess he got 25 on that play. Pickett gets hit, but makes the pass. Who is this? Number 14 is. I'm not quite sure who the receiver is, but I'm sure he'll get some more love in a minute. 1st and 10 on the 50. Pickett under pressure, throws the ball away. Aiden Vander Esch there to cover the receiver sitting on the edge. Good play by the defense so far on that play anyway. 2nd and 10. Another. Oh, the player was there but did not make a play on the ball. Allows the catch. Pickett does get the reception. Gets a 13-yard pass to his receiver, and it's first down again. Pickett is excited, looking to try to get some of that momentum on this side. Derek Brown gets inside and holds that run from getting too far, gets a 2-yard gain on that. Looking for Derek Brown to get a little more going for himself. It's been the first few games of the season, he was a pretty big part of the defense. That's going to be the end of the first. It's a 14-0 lead by the Panthers. Steelers not having much going yet, but they are on the 35-yard line in scoring position, and it's 2nd down and 8. And hopefully Rosmatos doesn't have enough. It's a big hit, but the right end doesn't have enough to bring down Najee. Xavier Woods has to come up as the safety to make the big hit, but Motos was there, and he just, well, he got posterized. Take some of this Take some of this fist in your face. 1st and 10 on the 25.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
Pickens finds another guy on the underneath. Let's see now, what was our game plan? To finish short pass? Okay. I think we're here.
Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Najee Harris finds room, gets a nice gain on the run, and gets the Steelers to the 3-yard line. Can the Panthers get a stop here? Is the question. This could be a pass, play action pass. Harris has room, and Burns was there for a second, but the Pittsburgh Steelers get the touchdown and get on the board. They may be able to get going with this offensive drive. Yeah, I guess he wasn't touched too much. I thought Burns had a chance to get there, but didn't end up getting there. So that's going to end up being 7-14. Panthers are still up, and the Panthers have had some good progress with the offense, and I think as long as we can keep from turning the ball over, we'll be able to get this win, although it's only the second quarter, early in the second quarter at that, so we really can't talk about getting a win too much yet. 1st and 10 on the, as we said, on the 30. Oh, I thought maybe I could get back to the line of scrimmage, and I should have thrown the ball away. So 2nd and 13, and here comes the Pittsburgh defense. That's the 2nd sack of the day so far. Throwing deep. Oh, Chuck almost had it. That was a bad throw. 3rd and 13. Finding Thielen, and he doesn't have enough to get the first. It's 4th and 3 on the 37-yard line, and this is one of those moments. I think we're going to go ahead and punt it. We have to punt it. I thought about it. Didn't look like I thought about it, but I thought about the 4th down, going for it on 4th down. Oh. But it feels like we should totally let the defense try to redeem itself. All right, so 1st down and 10 on the 17-yard line. Pittsburgh's looking to tie the game on this drive. And not yet. Big sack by Jackson coming off of the edge. And that's Jackson's, has to be maybe his 4th or 5th sack of the season. Carolina's been able to bring that cornerback pressure and get to the quarterback and get a have some success with sacks. So now we've got 2nd and 19 on the 8-yard line. This is looking like it might be a run play. It is, and Harris gets taken down after he picks up maybe 1 or 2 on that play. 3rd and 16, and we're gonna go with another man blitz, trying to see if we can get to the quarterback. And Jackson's in again, able to get around the defensive line, and his 2nd sack on this series, and that puts Pittsburgh in the 4th down position and on the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, something like that. Maybe we could bring the blitz in on a 3rd and long. Hopefully they would have to try to throw it short or hold on to it too long, and he held on it too long. And we were able to get the sack. So we like it, Mikey. Jackson back here for the return now. And he don't fumble the ball, man. You're having a good quarter. Good job by the defense. Turns out punting was the right move. We're going to try a screen pass here. I don't think we've ever thrown a screen as the Panthers. Number 70 doesn't give us a good enough block. But nonetheless, we do get 4 yards on the play, so that's okay. We'll take it. We will take it. 2nd and 6. Blackshear gets another 4 yards on that carry, and that's 3rd and 2. We're going to try to get 2 yards here. Big man gets another first down. And Eric Saubert with 3 rushes, 16 yards today. The key player to the offense, key piece to the offense. We're going to try to see if we get Thielen on the inside here. We do get him, and that's a touchdown. Let's go. No safety. Pittsburgh came out with no safety. What a interesting formation, and looked like an easy play to call. So we just push Thielen on the inside, catch him on the run, and he runs away from the defender, gets the touchdown. That's 21 points for the Panthers in this first quarter. The Panther fans are excited. Kick is up and it's good, and that'll do it officially. 21. And a good job by the team overall. I think it all started with the punt. Defense was able to get a couple really good plays. Got a nice return on the punt, at least a decent return. And then the offense came out, got a couple runs, and then made a key pass. George Pickens with 940 yards receiving for the year. He may be able to get to 1,000 yards in this game if he gets 60 more yards. So it could be a thing. Oh my gosh. I thought it was going to be the guy that was behind him. Kenny Pickett finds Freiermuth, a tight end. All-pro tight end. Good. It's 2-minute warning. I chose a play that I didn't even like, and I'm still in the dime formation. I don't need to be. Actually, now I could be. I'm going to go back to dime. Let's try this play here. This play worked a lot when we played with the Raiders. Every once in a while, we were able to get some pressure with it. Didn't get the pressure, but do limit the yardage on that. So 2nd and 6. This is probably not good. Once again, we have this weird defensive setup. Oh, but the defender. Oh, come on. Number 37, Shaquille Griffin. You got to catch those for interception. That's 3rd and 6. Let's go. Here. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Pickett right back to the air again. Real move, is it? No, number 14, Pickett with the catch. Oh, you got to put the hands up. Once again, Shaquille Griffin not paying attention. I think 37 has it. Just put your hands up. Doesn't pay attention. Let me show you what we're talking about here. But nice pass by Kyle Pickens. Number 37. Does he have it? Yeah, he should. It's right at 37. Just put your hands up. You could have jumped and got that interception. It went right over his head. At least knock that down. I don't know. Shaquille Griffin might not be the guy for us. He's not come through He's been disappointing. He is a recent, I think we traded for him. I think we did trade for him. So he's not playing the way we need him to play, especially as a number 2 guy for our corners. So we may have to look elsewhere unless we start to see something different from him. Burns with the fumble. Does he pick it back up though? Wow, what's going on here? Okay, so nice play. Just look at Burns. Is it Burns? Oh no, it's Henderson who comes through, fights through Najee Harris's block, keeps going, and that's number 3 for Harrison. And they pick up the fumble, but he doesn't run it. A weird play. Feels like Najee should have been able to run that ball. 3rd and 19. Once again, we're going to try to bring the blitz, and that's okay. We'll take the catch. And so it's 4th down and 12 with under a minute left in the game. In the first half. And Pittsburgh should have probably called timeout. Pittsburgh kicks it down the middle, and it's good. And Pittsburgh will pick up the ball in the second half. So this does actually work out for them. And that leaves the score 21-10. Panthers in the lead. 13 seconds left. Jackson back to return. Find some room. Over Jukes. I thought he had some room there. We're going to go ahead and run this ball. Get into halftime with the lead, hopefully. Well, we'll have the lead. Uh-oh, Blackshear has space. He could go. Oh, he doesn't go all the way with a big run by Blackshear, able to juke to the outside. And that is the end of the first half. An electric first half for the Panther offense against a stout, at least on paper, a stout Pittsburgh defense. Gotta be happy with the way the Panthers are playing today. They seem like they're excited to get it done. All right, so let's take a look at around the league. See what's going on. If you're liking the video, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to know what's coming next. Derek Carr and the Saints are down to the Atlanta Falcons, 14-7. That's a key, important NFC South game. I think we want Atlanta to win that game. Here, Jared Goff, the Lions, 21-3 over the Jets. The Giants, who started out 0-6. Starting to win some games. And now we've got the Commanders with the lead over the Giants. So, wow. Detroit Lions, so I wonder where they're going to be. We have their pick, so we kind of want them to be losing. Well, again, this team has been playing really well. Man, we kind of got what we got going on here. We're going to continue to defend the short pass and see what we have here. Carolina Panthers kick off to the Steelers for the second half of action. Here we go. Pittsburgh takes the knee, gets started in this second half. Pickett hasn't had a really great game today. Hasn't really he's hit a few receivers, but had one really good drive. But other than that one drive, he's kind of been under a lot of pressure. I think he's been sacked at least 3 times and hurried more than that. Najee Harris up the middle, breaks a tackle, but the Panthers able to bring him down after an 8-yard game. Najee has 45 yards today and could very well get 100 yards. The question is, will it be enough? And can they stop this Panther offense that's been playing well? Harris gets his 3rd and inches. Very interesting play here. What's the play, y'all? What's the play? 3rd and inches. Not willing to commit to the run. They'll probably, if they run, they're going to get it. Oh, they go for the pass. Oh, we thought maybe we could knock the ball loose, but he hits his man short. Kyle Pickett, he's 10 for 14. That's not a bad ratio. Let's put Edmonds up here. Edmonds need to play Najee. Ooh, big tackle by J.C. Horn. If he doesn't get that tackle, that's a huge gain. J.C. able to bring Najee Harris down in the open field. Huge play. Very important play right there. Big play. All right, 2nd and 10 on the 40. Najee with another big run. Yeah, it's funny, I thought I called a play against the run, but they're getting what they need against the run, and I think that's what they've decided to focus in on. I want to see what we can do about that. First and 10. Harris once again gets some more yards, about 5 or 6, no 7 on that.
Staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it. 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Harris up again, gets the first down. And this is what we want to call. Let's see if we can do something about this run game. Jackson, we'll bring him up. And this time we're able to get inside there. Bale gets the first grab, but the team comes and rallies around after that. So now it's 2nd and 9.
Just a yard on that last run. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up here in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately
Harris with some more running. He couldn't get much on that, maybe a few inches. But 3rd and 19. And they try to run out of shotgun here. And the defense is starting to try to key in. Maybe key in is the better word. Key in on the run. So now we've got a big play, 3rd and 9. Oh, we're going to go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, here's Pickett.
Oh, and that's Harris Henderson once again. Oh, he's only got 2 sacks? I think Henderson's been in there for more than 2 sacks. I think I've said Henderson's name like 4 times for sacks. He's got credit for 2? He should have credit for 3. Maybe they didn't give him credit for the fumble forced. That was a sack. But Henderson's been in there. I think they might be robbing him. 4th and 22. And the Pittsburgh Steelers punt. And the Panthers defense has finally, the last couple games, decided they want to actually play a little bit.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles,
No.
of an NFL game, but this offense,
First and 10.
What an ideal punt.
an ideal punt, and it leads to
Probably need to be running this ball.
because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot.
Blackshear with the catch for 7 yards.
Safety out of this whole thing puts them in that position.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
We have to stay focused here. Definitely want to come down and score something. Blackshear does get the first down. Blackshear with 81 yards on the day. Could be on his way to what may be only his second 100-yard day as a Panther. Oh, Henderson couldn't hold on to it. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely, that was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Hurst with the catch. Breaks one tackle. Nice play for Hayden Hurst. Also a reliable target. Haven't said his name much today. But a nice zip over to Hayden.
Oftentimes your best bet
for the first down. Mike Conlon trying to figure out what to do about this offense. Panthers has just been able to move the ball pretty much all day. Blackshear gets a few more yards on that play, 4 yards. And then 2nd and 6 on the 49-yard line.
Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Young will set to throw.
Pass over the middle to Hurst. Gets the catch and holds on to the ball. Bryce Young, 11 for 15 and 172 yards today. 2 touchdown passes. Bryce has played well today. Pass over the left side to Adam Thielen. And that may take us to the end of the third. Oh, we're going to get one more play here. Catch. And that's another first down. This one goes to Mingo. And the Panthers with 100 yards rushing on the ground today. Only 185 passing. But taking advantage of the opportunities that they have had so far. First and 10 on the 15.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Bryce Young finds a few yards up the middle. And the overall offense for the Panthers is 29th today, but so far having a pretty good day on offense. This one we're looking for Chark. Right on the... Oh, and it's an interception. And that's an interception here in the red zone on the 2. And we don't need that. We're only up by 11. Oh, we thought that running back was going to keep going. That corner was going to keep going with Thielen. And he stops, reacts to the ball, and gets it. Gets the play on the pass. Harris. Again, we're going to get some running up the middle. And this time we're going to see what we get here. Okay, this is a lot of receivers. They may decide to try to pass here. They do decide to try to pass. The throw is up and out of bounds. Pickett throws it away, was in danger of a safety there. Bring over Chin. And another ball thrown out of bounds, and the defense is putting pressure on Kyle Pickett, and that is a good stand by the Panthers, neutralizing the effect of the interception. At least it doesn't end up coming back to hurt them as far as giving up points. Jackson looking for room, doesn't find any. First and 10 on the 43. And it's the fourth quarter. Don't like this play. Oh, okay.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
About 3 yards on that play. All right, so 2nd and 7. The Panthers coming out.
Training camp, they knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game.
Tight end gets the catch, 3rd and 3.
To the challenge. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it
Shear,
here.
Blackshear with the nice play. He could have gotten hit in the backfield and slips by the defender. Not quite sure. Oh, the defender was turned around. His timing was just a little off.
So compact and powerful.
got by him and runs up the middle. Really man, I enjoy running with Blackshear. It's fun. It's interesting how different of a runner he is than Miles Sanders, and their stats look similar.
On 1st and 10, Young.
Thielen with the catch, and that gives us 3rd and inches. Pittsburgh's still the number 3 sacking team in the league. This week, only 2 sacks. Great job by the Panther offensive line protecting their quarterback. 2nd and inches. Blackshear has speed, and he's in there for the touchdown. Let's go. Raheem Blackshear with another touchdown on the day, and again, just showcasing a little speed to turn the corner. He's been so much better than Miles Sanders, and that's the last time we say Miles Sanders' name in the season. But once again, such a interesting difference that he has made, just as a little bit of a shiftier running back. And the score is 28-10 as the Panthers kick the ball off, and Pittsburgh's got a significant challenge, 3 scores down, 5 minutes left in the 4th. Pickett having a hard time today. They've been wanting to run the ball. You're not going to win or come back in this game running the ball unless you can break free. They've got to pass it. And Pickett is under pressure once again. That time Burns is there to create some pressure. Nice play. And Pickens with the catch, or Kyle Pickett hits Pickens with the catch, but he fights a little bit for the extra yardage, and I think ends up losing some yardage as a result of all of that fighting. Pickens with another catch, and he gets the 1st down. Now we're going to go all play here. Don't mind this kind of offense. Just go ahead and dink and dunk and take away some time, keep them in bounds. Oh, or we could get an interception. Shaquille Griffin that time is there to make a play on the ball. 2nd and 10. And Pittsburgh has decided they can't run the ball. They may actually try to run it here now that I've said that. No, they're going to pass it. Brown trying to get through. And no. Pickett has to throw the ball away again. 12 for 21 with only 105 yards passing this entire game. Pittsburgh Steelers have shown, the Panthers have shown themselves to be a pretty good defense when they decide to play. Either that or this team's just having a really, really tough day. 4th and 10. I'm going to go. I'm going to try again here to get some pressure. Bring Jackson up a little. Ball is overthrown, and Pickett, probably a little scared for his life, throws the ball away, and that's probably going to pretty much do it. We're going to try to, well, I was going to say we're going to try to keep the ball, but we may not be able to do that. It's a pretty relatively short field. Blackshear able to get a few more yards, and a big day for him. Over 100 yards for the 2nd time this season. Quickly becoming one of the fan favorites for this team. 2nd and 7 only gets 1 yard, and so now we've got 3rd and 6. Definitely want to. I wonder if we can catch Mingo here. Oh no.
He's got his big tight end.
We had Thielen. We're gonna keep this ball. We're gonna keep the ball. I don't mind them getting the ball here on the 30. We've got a pretty good lead, and if we can get the first down here, then it pretty much would be the end of the game, I think. So we're gonna try to get 3 yards. We're gonna try to run it with the big boy. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it, and that's Pittsburgh played the run. And so the Panthers give the ball away, but that's okay. 2 minutes left with 18 points. We don't mind this. It was worth the risk, I think. Johnson, and that might be the first time he catches Johnson. Shaquille Griffin is there to bat the ball away. 2nd and 10. On the 50-yard line. Oh, looks like they're just picking on Shaquille Griffin over there. Burns hits the quarterback and he overthrows that pass. Okay. Going with a no huddle.
These guys are not giving up anything.
All right.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Oh. And Pickett cannot hold on to the ball. 3rd and 10. Trying to mix up the defense. They do mix up the defense a little bit.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 18. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
And they do get the touchdown after they mix up the defense just a little bit. Mike Tomlin is excited for at least a touchdown, but it's not going to be enough unless they can pull out a miracle. I'm looking for a miracle. Some of y'all don't know nothing about that song. Let's go with the onside, and they have to go for it. Pittsburgh able to score on that drive without calling timeout at all. I'm going to hold on to the ball, and that's 47 seconds left. We need at least one first down here. Big boy's going to try to get a little action. Does get about 3 yards on that play, 2 yards on that play.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 8, 42 seconds left in this one.
Here on 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Blackshear gets stood up. It's about 3 yards on that play, and that's the second timeout for Pittsburgh. It's called. Maybe some room on the right. On the left. Looks like this is a zone. It is. Just push Thielen over here. We might have some room. Give me a block. Well, they don't. They don't give me a block, so it's 4th and 5. And the same thing here. We're gonna go ahead and go for the first down. Try to get this game over with.
We take a break. Young to throw on 4th.
Oh my gosh. And that's a bad throw. One of the first bad throws by Young. Probably should have just went with the play that I typically would do with this. That's not the guy I would normally hit. I actually pushed up Thielen. Could have hit him. This is what I was thinking. Probably could have hit Thielen. Didn't do that. Also, normally I would hit the tight end here. Tight end was actually covered. So the play was to Thielen. Yeah. But no matter No timeouts left. 29 seconds left. Down by 11. There's no 11-point play in their playbook. There better not be. 2nd and 10. Going for it. 24 seconds left.
We'll see if they go back to base. And this is intercepted.
We get the interception. Are they going to call roughing the passer? Illegal touching by the offense, but I think we get an interception on this play. Yeah, I don't know. The commentator is not sure what they're talking about, but let me see what happened on this play. Play was there. They said that he must have been out of bounds first before he touched the ball. Okay, yes, he is. He's out of bounds. He touches it. Cornerback JC gets there, and this time it's Bell that's alert enough to get the interception. All right, so this is it. Last play of the game. 42 gets the run, and that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your Carolina Panthers come in to this game with the W. At least come out of this game with the W. It's going to be a big one, a big loss for Pittsburgh. They're going to have to figure out how to recover from this if they want to get into the playoffs. But this is a game that the Panthers needed. Coaches set the goal of 7 wins in the season. This is win number 5, I believe. Maybe win number 6. I'm not sure what our record is right now. But this is a game that was a 50-50 game. When we weren't sure when we looked at the schedule what to expect from this game. Bryce Young, if he didn't have the 1 interception, he'd had a pretty good game. 203 yards. Played well, I think. But Raheem Blackshear, 14 carries and 122 with 2 touchdowns. Man, you can't have a better day than that. Eric Sauber played solid as well. Receiving-wise, Mingo with 5 receptions and Hurst with 4. Thielen, normally one of the top reception targets in this offense, did get 4 targets and did get the touchdown. But liking seeing Jonathan Mingo be featured just a little bit more in this offense. CJ Henderson with 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. I believe he should have had 3. I really do. I think he should have had 3 sacks. He did get a fumble forced. Xavier Woods also made some plays, but it was a lot of pressure that got to the quarterback. See who else had sacks here. CJ and Dante Jackson. Maybe I'm mixing up Henderson and Jackson. That may be what's happening. 26 and 24. Yeah, that may be what's happening. Okay, so we did get 4 tackles, 2 cornerbacks with the 2 different sacks. So yeah, that makes sense now. Okay, and that's the end of the Panther and Steelers. If you're still here, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and so if you've been checking us out for a little bit, it'd be awesome if you give us a little love. I'm gonna choose elusive back. Raheem coming in, doing his thing, slowly getting more reps. Bryce Young, well, he's got 93. I mean, he seems pretty good. We're gonna go with the improviser though. I feel like I'm gonna need to be able to throw with him running. So throw under pressure, throw accuracy deep +2. Nice. If he's got throw accuracy deep +2, I think he's down. That makes him 95 throw accuracy. No, that was throw power. Okay, so let's go ahead and advance to the next week. And we've got the Detroit Lions up next. It's week number 16. Detroit Lions meet the Carolina Panthers. That was our 6th win, so if we can get this win, we will get the promise. But the Lions, I think, are on a 4-game winning streak. Let's take a look at that. Are they on a 4-game winning streak? I feel like they started 0-6, and then all of a sudden they've got 4 wins. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They started. Okay, so they're not on a win streak, but they started winning. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Now they've got to face us. Let's take a look at this Lions team. I think in one of the videos in the past, I said that they had Miles Sanders, and that's incorrect. We traded picks for picks with them at the trade deadline, and so that's what's going on with that. But let's look here to see who they have. They got Jared Goff sitting around. Not killer scary is Jared, but David Montgomery might be a bit of a challenge. But then we've got Amon St. Brown, who is I think a very good receiver. Jameson Williams, another strong player, 21 years old and looking to get better, 98 speed overall. Man, he could be a guy that we have to worry about. We don't have someone fast enough to run with him. The question is, can that offense get him the ball where he can do real damage? The offensive line looks pretty good for them, and so we may not be able to get that pressure, at least not from the offensive line. Aiden Hutchinson is one of their best players on the end, but he won't be playing this game. Looks like he's going to be injured, and so is Charles Harris. So they are thin at the left end position, and that leaves them pretty thin on the defensive line. Defensive linebacker, the second level is okay, and corners don't seem to be really all that great. So we should have a good chance to win a game against Detroit. I would think. Feels like we should. Let's jump over here to the league. I'm curious to see if where Bryce Young is in the quarterback conversation for the league. I want to look at the stats. I think he was rated number 8 at the beginning of last game. He didn't have a really big offensive, passing day, so he could have dropped. I'm just curious to see. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we dropped a little bit. We dropped to the 12th spot. Was a top 10, but now dropped to the 12th. I wonder if we can, I don't know, man. Maybe we try to make a big day out of this Detroit game. Nah, I probably shouldn't press it. Let me just try to get the win and call it a day. But anyway, hey man, thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. This Pastors Game 2. Looking forward to this next Detroit game. If you guys are looking forward to it as well, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you know when it drops. In the meantime, man, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. God loves you and so do I. And I will see you when I see you. Peace out.